My name is Ange. I'm the Director of Mental Health. I'm a psychotherapist, I'm a counsellor and a mental health awareness trainer, and I'm going to talk today about feelings of returning to school. So lots of you may have been off school for quite some time now, and as we just start to return and we just start to think about the return, I think there can be some feelings of anxiety that might be coming up, some worries about what that might be like. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about that today, and to think with you about some of the strategies you can put in place that might help you feel a bit better. Now, one of the things I really like to do if I'm feeling really stressed and overwhelmed, I like to practice doing the thing. So if you're feeling really nervous about going back to school, then I recommend almost practicing things like getting ready. So get all your school stuff out, practice packing your bag, practice putting on your uniform. You might even want to practice getting up at that time again. I'm totally aware, I don't know about you, but I certainly haven't been getting up as early because I haven't had to go into school. So you might want to practice just getting up a little bit earlier in the morning, just get a bit of a sense of what that feels like. If you're able to, you might even want to practice actually going to school. So if it's within walking distance, for example, then you could walk down there, you could walk past, you could maybe go with a friend outside, so that actually you can start to get a bit of a sense of what it's going to feel like to go back again. And there are lots of things you might want to think about when you are actually in school. So what are the things that help you feel calm and safe? Now, if those things are your friends, who in your group is one of your safe people? Who can you have as a check-in person? If it's safe and they're able to do so, can they meet you? Can they meet you on the school grounds? If they might be in your class. So you've got somebody that you can kind of have with you to support you if you're feeling a bit anxious or a bit overwhelmed. I think it's really, really good to think about, well, what support network do I have? If you have a member of staff that you have a really good relationship with, maybe one of the youth support workers, can you make sure you've got an appointment with somebody so you can have a little bit of a check-in throughout the day? You might even want to message one of your teachers. If you've got a good relationship with a teacher that you really like, maybe you are feeling a bit worried, don't be afraid to reach out and maybe share some of that with them. There's something I really like to do, which is a really, really good strategy for anxiety and stress. It's a really good way of goal setting and facing your fears. So I'm going to share this with you today so you can see whether this might work for you. So I use this for anybody age 7 and above. This is so suitable for anybody of any age, pretty much. Now you can imagine this in your head, or you can actually draw a picture of this. But basically you draw a ladder. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but you can draw a ladder and you can just put maybe 2 or 3 rungs on the ladder. And these are going to be the actions that you're going to take to help you get towards your goal. So you're going to draw your ladder. At the very top of your ladder, you are going to write the fear that you want to face. So let's say, I'm going to draw this for you now. Let's say your fear is going back into a particular lesson. So you're going to draw your ladder, and then you're going to draw, all right, going to lesson, and you're going to put that goal at the very top of your ladder. So this could be anything. This could be getting on the school bus. This could be going into the canteen. This could be going into English. Could be anything that maybe you're nervous about. And then each rung of your ladder is going to represent a small action that you can take that is going to help you get to your goal. Now that small action could be something as simple as telling somebody else that you're really worried about going to the lesson. Doesn't have to be anything big. You could just start with something small. Your next action might be imagining going to your lesson. So you might want to just sit for a couple of minutes with your eyes closed. Just imagine walking back into the room. Imagine walking back into the room, but imagine being really calm as you're doing that. Your next action might be to walk up to the classroom door and to just feel what that's like. And then your final action might be going inside the classroom, sitting down, going to the lesson. And when we start to break things down into small and manageable chunks, that helps us face our fear in a much more simple and straightforward way. So it stops things from feeling quite as overwhelming. It can actually help us start to face that fear. Now, this is a technique I use a lot. It's something called cognitive behavioural therapy. It helps change the way we think about things. If we change the way we think, that can change the way we feel, and it can help us face our fears. Do reach out if you feel like you're struggling. Your school counsellors will definitely use approaches like this. Talk to your friends. Remember that you're not the only person that's feeling these worries at the moment. There are lots and lots of people right now who are feeling really anxious about going back into school. Take your time. Go really slowly. Go really gently. Remember that the next few weeks are going to be about you just getting used to going back in again. Try and take the pressure off yourself. Just try and get used to things again and see how you get on. I have done another video on anxiety. There are some really great breathing techniques on there. So if you do want to have a look at that, you can use some of those strategies as well.